Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nyayu Annisa Nurul. I'm from 5PC English Department, Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. In this special occasion, I want to present about interviews in research methodology. Interviews in research methodology is generally a qualitative research technique which involves asking open-ended questions to the converse with respondent and collect illicit data about a subject. Interviews are conducted with a sample from a population, and the key characteristic they exhibit is their conversational tone. Types of interviews can be designed differently depending on the needs being addressed and the information. They can be grouped into three types. The first one is structured interview. The second one is semi-structured interview, and the last one is unstructured interviews. Structured interviews are defined as research tools that are extremely rigid in their operation and allow very little or no scope of prompting the participant to obtain and analyze results. Questions in this interview are pre-decided according to the required detail of information. Structured interviews are excessively used in survey research with the intention of maintaining uniformity throughout all the interview season. Advantages of structured interview: they can be used to get in touch with a larger sample of the target population. Since the structure of the interview is fixed, it often generates reliable data collected. And the second is semi-structured interview. Semi-structured interview offer a considerable amount of leeway to the researcher to probe the respondent along with maintaining basic interview structure. The advantages of semi-structured interview are it is flexible to an extent while maintaining the research guideline. So researchers can express the interview question in the format they prefer, unlike to the structured interviews. The next is unstructured interview. In an unstructured interview, the interviewer has no specific guideline, restriction, predetermined question, or list of options. So the interviewer asks a few broad questions to engage the respondent in an open, informal, and spontaneous discussion. The interviewer also probes with further questions and or explore inconsistencies to gather more in-depth information on the topic. So, since there are no guidelines for this interview, a researcher is expected to keep their approach in check so that the respondent do not sway away from the main research motive. For a researcher to obtain the desired outcome, he or she must keep in the following factor in mind. So researchers should understand the do and done of unstructured interview. There are three methods to conduct research interviews, each of which is particular in its application and can be used according to the research study requirement. The first one is personal interview. Personal interview are one of the most used types of interview, where the questions are asked personally directly to the respondent. The next is telephonic interviews. Telephonic interviews are widely used and easy to combine with online survey to carry out research effectively. The last is email or web page interview. The increase in people with internet access has made it popular that interviews with email or web page stand out among the type of interview that most use today. Online research is growing more and more because consumers are migrating to a more virtual world, and it is best for each researcher to adapt to this change. I think that's all for my presentation today. Thank you.